let's have a look at it. And I think this spells trouble for Las Palmas.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for Las Palmas. But it's still that I don't think that it's an extra advantage. But it's so that the race, he doesn't race the arm to the sky. But it's quite extended, and then he's able to control the ball thanks to this action. So, in my opinion, it's kind of perfectly a penalty.
I think he's unfortunate because he thinks Julian Alvarez is going to control it, so his arm's out there. It's Scott McKenna. But you look at that angle, and that does not look good for him. Fans trying to apply the pressure on the Burgos Bengoechea. Looks like he was going to make a decision, but he wants to have one further look at the replay.
It's a kind of debate. Let's see if the Scottish defender commits another penalty.
And it didn't look like he was saying penalties. He pointed the other way. I thought he was going to say penalty,
yes,
but he seemed to say handball and point the other way.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake of the referee, because even some Las Palmas players, I think they thought, okay, it's not a penalty.
Yeah. That was a bizarre one there from the referee, but in the end, I think he's given the penalty, even though you look at the reaction there from the other Martinez.
No.
Or not.
It can be that it's Julian offside at the beginning of the action.
Well, it must be the referee's action was clearly the other way, saying it was a free kick to Las Palmas, so he did get it right. But it seemed a bit different, a bit strange, didn't it? The way that everybody was reacting around the referee.
Well, it was a moment where half of the stadium thought that it was a penalty, the other one no. It was a lot of confusion, but well, here it is. McKenna likely to escape, no penalty. I think the question is Julian's.
It has to be the offside. It's the only thing that could possibly cancel out the...
The other option is that when it's a cross, if before McKenna, it's a handball on an Atletico Madrid player, because it's really clear that he was
saying handball, yeah.
But on the other direction.
Either way, no penalty to Atletico Madrid. 15 minutes into the game. They've been knocking at the door. They build again from the back through Josema Gimenez. Longley forced to turn. Koke helping out as he switches play towards Giuliano Simeone. Stretching, can't quite control the ball. This is the previous chance where Cillessen made the save from the Barrio shot.
And it began with Antoine Griezmann working really hard. It's incredible how the Frenchman is always working, always trying to steal the ball.
There he is again, sliding onto the turf at the Metropolitano. Griezmann. Bit of space to turn for Kylian Rodriguez. Moleiro. Las Palmas can breathe and set the tempo a little bit down in the game, although that was a rushed pass in towards Sandro from BT Rozada.
Sometimes with Atletico Madrid, you have the feeling that they feel more comfortable when they recover the ball instead after a long possession. When it's on Las Palmas possession, then even Griezmann is able to recover the ball and create a chance. But now that it's a long possession, sometimes they struggle.
There Alvarez, Griezmann, who is ubiquitous today for Atletico Madrid. He's absolutely everywhere. Gallagher, it's a good turn of pace down the left-hand side and a wonderful ball, but nobody took the chance. It's kept in play by Simeone. Now the header from Griezmann. Well, I think there, Donny, we saw there's the good side and the bad side of not having a out-and-out number 9, a centre forward. What you said before is the mobility, the players that can link up. But here, if you've got that pure instinct number 9, he's making the run to finish off the cross from Gallagher, and there was no one there.
It's you play with players with plenty of quality, but not with a number 9 like Alexander Sörloth. Also, it's true that Alexander Sörloth, he started the season in fashion, scoring against his former side Villarreal. Then when he's playing, it's a sense of frustration, especially the Champions League game at home against Liga. He wastes a lot of chances. They would take the lead, then Sörloth had the chance to score 2, 3, 4 times. It didn't happen. And then the French side bounce back and they...
He looks like he's lacking confidence, doesn't he?
Yes.
Atletico Madrid still on the attack. Pablo Barrios. Simeone. Griezmann finds a way through. This time he can't get beyond Essugo. It's one back by Gideon. Chance to run. Koke again on hand to cut out the counter-attack. Simeone forcing a corner kick, very much in the manner of his father, tries to rile up the fans to get behind the team.
Always dangerous set pieces Atletico Madrid, especially thanks to Gimenez.
Short to Molina. Koke will feed it back out to Antoine Griezmann. Barrios can't find the shot. Again with Griezmann.
Very well defended by Las Palmas.
Somehow found a way out there, the Frenchman. Still everybody waiting inside the box. Griezmann. It's well left by Langlais, and it's cannoned off the Frenchman, so it will be a goal kick to Las Palmas. Not entirely sure that move went to plan. It didn't seem like they really knew what the end product was.
Hats off with Las Palmas. It's a team that started the season really bad. They conceded a lot of goals, and now they look like a completely different side.
Ooh, that's a nice pass through to Fabio Silva. He's through on goal. Silva with the shot, and he stings the palms of Oblak.
Out of nowhere, Las Palmas being dangerous. They just need 2 touches to let Fabio Silva do it. Comes from the goalkeeper, Jasper Cillessen. Fabio itself with the header. First touch assist by Sandro. Brilliant piece of art by Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. Sometimes you don't need a lot of possession to be dangerous.
Especially when you got that quality up front, Sandro, Moleiro, Fabio Silva. So a corner kick to the Canary Islanders. Towards the far post, headed back into the box. Oblak comes out. And looks to get the ball moving quickly. There's too much on it for Lino. Gideon. Moleiro. Simeone doing very well to track the run back and help Molina in defensive duties.
Giuliano using his body trying to to win a free kick. was a lot of debate about Simeone's son action in the Spanish Cup against against the 6th division side, 0-0, 10 minutes to play. He fall to the ground inside the box. It's no bar in the Spanish Cup, and everyone understood that he was clearly diving. It was okay against a small side. You need to do that. You need to do that, but it worked, and Juliana scored the penalty, and it was the beginning of the end for the small side. Some people was not happy with this action.
I don't think it's in the Simeone mentality as a family to be too bothered about it being against a small side or a big side.
Should remember that some years ago the Spanish Cup system changed, and now it's we can see teams from 6th, 7th division playing against some of the biggest teams. It's something that didn't happen some years ago, and that's why we can see this kind of games that were impossible.
For me, it's one of the best changes that have been made in Spanish football, but I would like to go one step further. I don't know how you think about it, Donny, and make it an open draw.
Yeah.
And home or away, the big team can play at home.
Yeah, that could be a good idea to see a 7th division side playing in the Santiago Bernabeu or the Rio Metropolitano, so that it's one.
Or a 7th division against a 6th division. It means that they can go past a couple of rounds, because now generally you get the same teams advancing to the last 16, because
we have, for example, we have plenty of teams of 4th division that they beat 2nd division sides, and now they know they will host the 1st division side. It's so that now they know exactly what will go on. But if in the next row it will be open and it's a 4th division derby,
Essugo can't keep it in play. Kylian Rodriguez with the heavy back pass. Barrios. Griezmann with the flick on. Oh, Noel Molina, it's a high boot from him.
and Griezmann, it's the beginning and the end of everything at Atletico Madrid. Playing as a number 10, changing positions. It's playing at a really high level despite being always surrounded by two Las Palmas players. System was working for Atletico Madrid. This offensive version with a long possessions, with a lot of players up front. But it seems that obviously Diego Martinez, the way to understand football, is starting to change the reality of Las Palmas.
Lino bringing down that ball from the sky. It's more and more Atletico Madrid in possession now. Longley looks forward. Nowhere to go on the horizon, deciding to play it back to his skipper, Koke. Barrios. That will be catching practice for Jasper Cillessen.
Always for the Dutch goalkeeper. It is that sometimes if you want to deliver a lot of crosses, maybe you're missing Alexander Sokol.
That high press from Atletico Madrid really causing problems for Las Palmas, who are not holding on to possession. Barrios. Julian. It's lovely quick football from Atletico Madrid. Giuliano Simeone. Lino. Definitely an encouraging start for a team that was slightly void of confidence coming into this game. This has been very impressive from Atletico Madrid. He's a signing I've been impressed with, Donny Silva. I think he's given Las Palmas something that they were missing up front. There wasn't a player that maybe could apply that finishing touch, someone that could link up with Sandro and Moleiro, and he's looked very impressive. Still only 22. It feels like he's older because he's been everywhere.
Yes, he traveled a lot. It's so that he plays in a really high level. He's able to connect with his teammates We still need to improve when it's time to score more goals. Obviously, it's one of the problems with Las Palmas. They have plenty of quality up front, but no one able to score a lot of goals. Only Mike Burney is now in the bench. But obviously, for the way that Las Palmas is playing, maybe the Portuguese player helps a little bit more than the Scottish one.
A rare chance for Las Palmas to hold on to the ball for a prolonged period of time here. Lucas Simeone. Should I say Giuliano Simeone? Gianluca, of course, his brother. Alex Suarez. Munoz.
Finally, a long possession for Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. They can breathe up this possession. Slow, not a really fast rhythm. They're not in a hurry. They have plenty of time. The pressure is on Atletico Madrid. Here's Campana, what a player, the former Levante man. He plays a holding midfielder. He works a lot, especially it's someone really clever. It's a midfielder like Sergio Busquets' school, Rodri's school. It's a holding midfielder, but especially good with possession. It helps to raise the level of the players surrounding him.
Gallagher getting back to win that ball. Gideon Rodriguez is helped back up onto his feet. He's claiming he got caught in the face.
Lenglet touches his face. This is we saw these kind of actions ending up with a yellow card. But it depends on who's the referee or not.
Yeah. Well, in these opening 30 minutes, I feel like Giuliano Simeone completely understands the role of that right wing back that Diego Pablo Simeone. I feel like that's a position in which he's had a lot of players that have frustrated him who haven't understood the role. I remember Reinildo, there was always a lot of complaints from Simeone to Lodi on the left-hand side. Carrasco, there wasn't that defensive aspect. It's a position that I feel that maybe Simeone feels is key to his team working and functioning properly, and it looks like his son understands that it's not just about attacking, but it's also about getting back and helping your defense.
Yeah, you can imagine when it's a family meeting in a free day, and they're still talking about that. Actually, you need to help the right back. Talking just about football, but it's so that you had with this Atletico Madrid side, I had the feeling that Simeone is thinking a lot, is working so hard, but he still didn't get the answer. He's changing the way the team in a dramatic way from one week to the other one. Sometimes he's changing the team at halftime, more defensive, 4 defenders, 5 defenders, and we still didn't see a Atletico Madrid side that we can recognize that, okay, here's the answer. It takes time. It's true when you in the transfer market you bring a lot of new faces. It takes time, but the problem for Atletico Madrid is that they don't have time, because past season it was a really bad result to end 4th, and people expect them to play in a better way.
This corner is fired in by Griezmann. Longley still down. Barrios will get a second chance here. His shot, he was looking to curl it into the bottom corner. Well, he was afforded a lot of time inside the box, but he couldn't get that shot on target.
It was a really clear chance for Barrios because there is a deflection on Kyrian, and that allows him to be quite alone inside the box. You will not have a lot of chances like this one, because normally Las Palmas players are defended so well, and they understand that it's a lot of Atletico Madrid players that can score from this. So it's always remarkable the effort done by Las Palmas player when it's time to try to block shots. They fall to the ground, they're always there. And we saw in the game, we saw a lot of times Griezmann being quite frustrated because he wants to shoot. He's surrounded by a yellow wall.
It's the Diego Martinez effect at Las Palmas. They struggled there to get the ball out the left flank. Griezmann. That will go behind for another corner kick. That is net by the head of Lino. Giuliano Simeone to the far post. Nobody in a red and white shirt. Sandro. Oh, it's a hospital pass from him. Headed away by Scott McKenna.
Okay, so I understand that sometimes it's in your DNA, like Sandro, never send the ball away. Just take care of the ball, but inside the box, surrounded by a lot of Atletico Madrid players. That was really risky. Well, no one will blame you if you send the ball as far away as you can in that action.
I think Alex Suarez was amazed to see that ball coming his way. Fortunately for Las Palmas, they were able to clear the ball, but again, there's some more defending to do here. Griezmann on the turn, and yet another corner kick for Atletico Madrid, who've kept this high intensity up all throughout the first half. This time, taking the set piece into the near post. Moleiro is completely isolated. He's immediately stopped in his tracks. Silva's gone down in an off-the-ball incident. Barrios. Julian. Some space to attack for Javier Alan. Drop of the shoulder. Cross towards Simeone, nods it down to Julian Alvarez. Nowhere to go seemingly, but he slashes his shot wide.
Argentinian connection working. So that Julian still needs to... here's an action we saw with Gimenez. Wow, but it's a small touch.
Very Gimenez, isn't it?
Very Gimenez, but now it's Fabio Silva. Well, he reacts like he's been shot with a sniper. It's like, okay, it's not Gimenez, it's not educated, it's just pushing you a little bit when you're running. But then Fabio Silva reacts like, oh my god.
They've given the ball away again quickly to Atletico Madrid. Going to strap themselves in for these final 10 minutes and hold on, because it is a wave after wave of attack for the home side. Koke. Giuliano. They forced Atletico Madrid back, but Gimenez very elegantly skipping past Fabio Silva. Lino. Julian. Managed to keep a hold of the ball, surrounded by three Las Palmas players. No luck down the left-hand side. They'll try it down the right now. Barrios.
How well Las Palmas are working when it's time to defend. Intensity that didn't allow Atletico Madrid players to receive the ball and feel comfortable. But it's still that Atletico Madrid needs to react. They need to push harder, to move faster. They have quality, but it's not working. It's long spells of possession for Atletico Madrid. Now it's working.
Well, that's a lovely ball from Nahuel for Giuliano Simeone. He's through on goal. The shot from Simeone, and he fires Atletico Madrid into the lead. Manager, son of manager Diego Pablo. There were some questions regarding nepotism, favoritism. Well, he's silenced all of those critics, putting his team into the lead with a wonderful run, a beautiful pass from Nahuel Molina, and a calm finish from Giuliano Simeone.
Finally it worked, and Koke, he grabbed a shirt, and I think that Koke will send will give this shirt to Giuliano, and it will be a message thinking in all the people that are suffering in Valencia. Here it is. Forza Llanims, it's in the local language from Valencia, so be strong and don't give up. It's a really nice touch from Atletico Madrid. Forza Llanims to everyone at Valencia. It's a beautiful goal. It was a long possession. It was not working, and what they done is, okay, let's start. We send the ball back, and then it's with a long ball, and it's a mistake of Las Palmas defenders. They let a lot of space, and that obviously was a gift to Giuliano Simeone to prove why he deserves to be playing every single game. It's someone that never gives up and understands especially how to tackle its spaces, and this is where Atletico Madrid feels comfortable. All the credit to Atletico Madrid because they have the possession. We're not finding spaces, okay, but what we prefer to do? To run. Okay, let's send the ball back. Then it means that the defensive line of Las Palmas will be higher. And just send a long ball there, and let's run. That is what we can do.
Phenomenal execution and a first goal as an Atletico Madrid player for Giuliano Simeone. You can only imagine how that must have felt for him in front of the home fans that he's been in the stands of almost his entire life, watching his dad manage Atletico Madrid. It's a wonderful goal and a wonderful celebration as well to remember all of those people in Valencia. Here he is on the ball again, Simeone. He's having a phenomenal first half. Koke. Over the top from Silva. Back to Oblak.
See how it's the reaction now for Deportivo Las Palmas, because the main idea was to try to defend and hit and counter-attack, and now that Atletico Madrid take the lead, well, it means I'm sure that something will change also in the game. Atletico Madrid is not the kind of team that once they take the lead, they keep working in the same direction, the same way. Normally they obviously try to defend a little bit more solid.
Simeone. That is a clear foul from Alex Munoz.
And it's always through the right. Here's the long ball. Well, good movement by Giuliano.
Wonderful goal. The pass, as you say, the intelligent move from Simeone to swivel away from Alex Munoz.
And the spaces between Alex Munoz and McKenna. Starts to run, and then it's really he's faster than all Las Palmas player. You can see the same energy.
I was going to say, there's no debating who his father is when you see that image.
Obviously, it's in the DNA. It's like if you travel back in time, like 20 years ago, and it's when Diego Pablo Simeone was playing. Same way to celebrate the goals, the same expression, the same love for the game and for the colors.
Campana is having a lot of difficulty there, getting away from Barrios. Julian Alvarez. Scott McKenna just poking the ball away from the Argentinian. Essugo.
All the credit to Atletico Madrid. It's like they understand that once they take the lead, it's time to score on a second one before halftime.
Very impressive high press from all of the Atletico Madrid players, making it so difficult for Las Palmas. No foul, says the referee. Lino tries to make the most of this opportunity. Lino with the shot, it takes a deflection and it goes just wide.
There's a moment where Lino itself is stopped, saying, I don't know if it's a free kick or not, but well, you will see better here the action
But at the end, he just clips the boot out.
But
Then, yeah, it's minimal.
it's a mistake by Beatty because he should keep trying to control the ball until the last minute. So he feels that it's a small touch and he really easily falls to the ground, and that allows Atletico Madrid to be dangerous again. The attitude, the defensive attitude of the most offensive players of Atletico Madrid, it's incredible. Second to none in European football. To see Griezmann, Simeone, Lino working so hard.
Corner in from Griezmann. Barrios with a volley over the crossbar. But you can hear the fans very happy visibly with what's going on the pitch. You'd have to say, Donny, this is one of the most impressive Atletico Madrid performances we've seen recently.
It's true that finally it seems that things are working for Atletico Madrid. Because the goal was scored by Juliano. The control with the head is really good because it allows him to shoot with the right foot. Nothing to do for Cillessen. Diego Martin is really happy. It's true that it's a really good goal scored by Atletico Madrid, but it's a small mistake by Las Palmas. They relaxed a little bit. They moved the defensive line, and it was easy for Atletico Madrid to break Las Palmas offside.
Simeone outsmarting Alex Munoz before that goal. A couple of minutes left in this first half. It's Palmas who've barely made some Oblak work, rather. BD goes down again. This time it's the linesman that awards Las Palmas the free kick. Former Real Oviedo man going down under flailing arm from Javi Galán. With the delivery, Koke meets it with the header. And all the way back to Cillessen. 3 minutes of added time. Slight bit of bother there for Jan Oblak.
Really dangerous. It's like a communication between Gimenez and Jan Oblak, and it was really risky because Fabio Silva was running in the area. But all it comes from an action when Las Palmas played. They have a lot of possession, but they didn't know exactly what to do with the ball, so they just give the ball back to Cillessen, who send it to Fabio Silva. Let's see if the Portuguese player is able to do something.
Gimenez.
It's now with a 4-4-2, Las Palmas defending. They're switching to a 4-4-2 to sometimes playing two holding midfielders. It depends if they have the defend with a 4-4-2, and then when they have the possession, it's more like a 4-2-3-1.
Well, running into space, that's opened up some movement for Giuliano Simeone. Does well to hold on to the ball. Unbelievably so, according to the referee.
Good game played by Simeone, so that it's a late tackle and working really hard. Atletico Madrid really dangerous, always attacking to the right. Here's the action. And right now it's on the same level as the likes of Julian or Antoine Griezmann. It's playing at a really high level.
Gimenez wins the header. Barrios. Where space opens up for Javi Galán. Lino running in behind Rozada.
Simeone and Sam Lino. And now what Simeone has done is change a little bit the system, so that Gimenez is still playing on the right. But on the left, it's Antoine Griezmann, who is not obviously a winger, and we played together really close to Julian Alvarez up front. But obviously, what you're doing now is to have more midfielders that allow you to stop Las Palmas to having long possession, so to hitting counter-attack.
Munoz again having a torrid time on that left flank with the incessant Giuliano Simeone. It's a real nightmare in terms of his energy levels. Julian against the world, almost coming out on top. Campana. Longley.
Look like Las Palmas want to change the game in a dramatic way.
Moleiro. Gideon's pass doesn't find Fabio Silva.
Like the main goal for Las Palmas is to keep playing in the same level, defending solid, and as the time goes on, then start to be more and more offensive. And I guess that maybe in 10 minutes they will start to thinking about the substitution, being a little bit more dangerous. But right now it seems that for Las Palmas it's okay to give the ball to Atletico Madrid, just defend this result despite they are losing.
Rodrigo, the ball, lost the ball there. You could hear some whistles every time he's been on the ball. Some sectors of the Atletico Madrid fans not massively on his side. Here's again the Argentinian. Julian Alvarez. Griezmann with a flick back towards Alvarez. No nonsense from Alex Suarez. He decides to play it safe and knock it out of play. Julian Alvarez. Still Julian.
The next step for Atletico Madrid is being able to connect more with Julian Alvarez during the game. Quite isolated, always surrounded by Las Palmas defenders. Obviously, Atletico Madrid doesn't want to take risks. They don't want to lose the ball there. And it seems some Atletico Madrid fans are not happy with Rodrigo de Paul.
No, and I feel that that's something that's been going on for a while. They're not in love with De Paul, who plays a lovely through ball for Molina, of all people. I think he's caught Cillessen there as he owns up to it.
Oh, it's Rodrigo de Paul on the spot. Despite that, he recovers the ball and he's the one to provide the assist to Nahuel. Was changing position. We didn't expect Nahuel Molina to be playing there. It's supposed to see Julian Alvarez, but Julian was playing deeper. And in the further fight to score the goal, Nahuel really hits.
Clips him, yeah. I had to look at the shirt number twice because I thought it was Julian. I was amazed it was Nahuel.
I wonder what is going on is doing here.
Cillessen who takes a knock. They've got Horcas on the bench. Of course, Álvaro Valles, who was one of the best goalkeepers last season in Las Palmas. He's completely off the map because he was trying to force that move to Betis. And Las Palmas said, you're either playing here or you're playing nowhere. And unfortunately, it's one of those collateral damage side effects of football. One of the best goalkeepers we saw last season in La Liga is nowhere to be seen this year. So Cillessen still receiving treatment, of course, nowadays. Much stricter rules with blows to the head. The doctor just making sure he's fine to continue, as we saw this little shot there of Horcas, the Croatian backup goalkeeper.
Obviously, every time that someone is hitting the head, the game should be stopped, especially being the goalkeeper.
Just confirming from the club medics that it's safe to allow Cillessen to continue playing in goal here. Saw an incident recently with Philip Jorgensen, who was unable to play for Chelsea because he had received a blow to the head playing for Denmark under 21. There's that new rule in England where you've got to be off the field to play for 6 days if you've taken a blow to the head. So they're definitely trying to really be on top of this in football with the new laws coming into the game.
Just warming up, it's Horcas, the Croatian goalkeeper. Seems that Álvaro Valles will not be playing. What a strange history with Álvaro Valles. Past season, everyone thought that he will be playing in a big club this season, but Las Palmas understood that it was not a good decision what Álvaro Valles was doing. And now it seems that the destiny of Álvaro Valles until January will be to just watch the games from the stands.
Conor Gallagher. Atletico making progress down the right-hand side. There's the former Chelsea player again. Molina losing control of the ball. No way out for Las Palmas, finding it ever so difficult. There's the QR code again on your screen for anybody joining late, or anybody not aware of what's going on in Spain. That QR code, if you scan it, is a way of helping, of donating some money to help all of the victims of the terrible floods which have taken place in the region of Valencia. So scan it in if you can. Every little bit that you can help goes a very long way. So let's get Madrid on the attack. Antoine Griezmann slicing that volley over the crossbar. Again with the pass.
Really involved in almost all the actions, Rodrigo de Paul. He really needs a second half to prove his quality, because everything. And it seems that Cillessen cannot keep playing.
Yes, but Cillessen able to continue, clearly feeling the effects of contact from Nahuel Molina.
Here it is. It's time for the Croatian keeper Dinko Horkas, the former Dinamo de Zagreb man, to play between the sticks against Atletico Madrid.
It'll be interesting to see if in the next game for Las Palmas, if Valles is on the bench, he's completely been put to one side, and maybe they bring up the goalkeeper from the academy.
Las Palmas president, what he explained is that he will not play. It's true that then when they changed manager, that was one of the talking points, whether or not Diego Martinez will change his mind and say, okay, maybe it's time to change our opinion because we are down there in relegation spots and we need the best players to be there. But, well, just look at the bench today, it seems that they are not changing, and that's why it will be Horkas. Quite experienced player. It's not a young player, it's a player with a lot of experience, but especially playing in Croatia, Bulgaria, far away from Spain. See what he's able to do so today.
Well, Cillessen seems in quite a bit of discomfort here. He's unable to walk off the pitch himself. They're going to have to stretcher him off. Maybe it's one of those that's just taken a while to really hit home for Jasper Cillessen. Hopefully nothing too severe. See, they're taking no chances here, strapping him up and making sure that his neck is firmly in place. I suppose they'll take him to the hospital for further checks. It's a strange one though, isn't it, Donny? Because it didn't seem, when he got back up, like it was something as serious as this for him to have to be strapped up and put on the stretcher.
It's so that sometimes you're playing in a high level, you're going down, and the part of the head where you hit, obviously can change it all, and obviously Cillessen doesn't feel good, and if something we learned in the past is that when you're hitting the head, the best thing you should do is to stop. Stop. It's something more important than a football game. It's something more important than winning 3 points.
Yeah.
So when you're hitting the head, stop. Don't keep playing. I guess that obviously he will be transferred to a hospital in Madrid to be sure that everything is okay.
Well, we hope it's nothing too serious for Jasper Cillessen. We'll be keeping a close eye today on what Las Palmas bring out on their social media in terms of a statement regarding his well-being and the situation there for the Dutchman. But he's stretched it off, he's driven off on that buggy, and there'll be further checks for Cillessen, and nice round of applause from the entire stadium for the Dutchman. In comes Horkas, the first substitution of the game enforced on Diego Martinez. His first touch of the ball as he was looking to connect with Gideon Rodriguez. Essugo.
Sense of frustration when you are a player like Moleiro, like Sander, quite isolated of the game because Las Palmas spent most of the game just defending against Atletico Madrid. But at a certain point they need to react, obviously, because if you're Las Palmas, it's the same to lose this game 1-0, 2-0, or 2-0. But the first intention of Diego Martinez is to keep playing the same. He's not concede the second goal. Instead instead of try to surprise Atletico Madrid.
It's definitely being cagey from Las Palmas in this second half. Essugo stretching for that ball. He loses out with Gallagher. Griezmann, Julian Alvarez. A rare loose touch there from Julian Alvarez, who was unable to take that in his stride. Munoz. Good powerful run from Munoz. There he is again. Giuliano Simeone with the cover in defense to help out his team.
What a gameplay by Giuliano Simeone. That's the attitude that Atletico Madrid really needs.
Let's have a look at that opening for Julian. Strange to see him not control the ball there.
Definitely, it was time to and a space to shoot from the beginning in the second touch.
Chance here for Gallagher to latch onto that ball. The all-British duel is won by Scott McKenna.
Interesting the movement done by Gallagher, despite playing as a midfielder, playing really high. These movements trying to reach Las Palmas hard are working quite well.
Foul now from Sandro. You can see how frustrated he is at having to defend a lot more than attack in this game. The Barcelona Academy player. That free kick is taken too quickly.
The eyes on Jose Gimenez.
So the ball is going towards, well, I think Longley maybe put off Jose Gimenez, who perhaps was in an offside position anyways.
Offside. We're won by Las Palmas. How they all the men in yellow, they keep the line and keep final. A lot of substitutions on both sides.
So Las Palmas and Atletico Madrid making changes. Javi Munoz coming on.
And now Solo McBurney, I think.
Sandro, well, it's been a difficult evening or afternoon for Sandro. Sayoli McBurney coming on.
Atletico de Madrid, Griezmann out, Charlotte in. Correa in. And I missed the other one.
Julian. So a change in the attacking duo up front.
Oh, that's interesting. For Atletico de Madrid, they're changing the two strikers up front. And now it's Correa and Charlotte. And for Las Palmas, now it's McBurney, the Scottish, playing as a number 9. That it means that it's a movement to play more on the right to Fabio Silva.
Gideon. Moleiro.
just a 1-0 result, so it's a really close game. They commit one mistake and you can sit an equalizer, and suddenly everything changed. We should remember the last game played at home in the Champions League against Liga. Atletico Madrid also take the lead 1-0. They were in control, more possession, more shots on target, and suddenly they commit a mistake. It was 1-1. They cannot disappear of the game. They commit more mistakes, and they concede 3 goals in the last minutes. So that's fresh memories for everyone at Atletico Madrid. That's why they need the second goal as soon as it's possible.
There's definitely some scar tissue there for Atletico Madrid, who things haven't gone their way recently. Only this season, also last season, they've fallen apart a little bit too easily. Gallagher inside the free kick. Huge game in midweek again as well against Paris Saint-Germain, given how much Atletico Madrid are struggling in the Champions League. They need to pick up something against Luis Enrique's side. Longley looking to find back shoulder of Alex Munoz. Longley. Koke. It's a completely different game watching Atletico Madrid, isn't it, when it's 0-0 to when it's 1-0.
Yeah, they don't take so much risk. They put the ball a little bit slower, waiting for the right time, the right moment.
This could be the moment to Javi Galán. Too long for Alexander Sorloth.
And also really it seems that on the Deportivo Las Palmas side, the main goal, the main target is keep playing the same, knowing that normally we'll have a chance. A mistake or something will happen, then you'll be able to score the equalizer. And if it's not happening, I guess that at a certain point they will take more risks, especially in the last minutes, because right now nothing is changing.
Correa. That's Fabio Silva helping out in defense.
For Fabio Silva, it's a completely different game because he's playing more as a winger, and now it's time to help when it's time to defend, because obviously it's Oli McBurney who's playing as a number 9.
Oh, wonderful ball from DePaul. Simeone tees up Correa. Rebound falling to Gallagher. DePaul. Correa keeps it in play.
Possession here for Atletico Madrid. I think it's a good idea. It's the best way to concede the equalizer is to keep playing the ball really far away of Oblak, moving the ball from right to left, from left to right. He's waiting for the moment to change rhythm and try to score the second one.
Oh, Simeone, a nice drop of the shoulder. Cross comes Essugo.
Every time that Julian touches the ball, something happens. Another level.
It's been a tough old afternoon for Alex Munoz. Needed some help there from Essugo. Talking of young players, Essugo, youngest player ever to start a game for Sporting Club de Portugal.
Not bad.
It used to be Luis Figo. He took his record off him. 16 years of age. I've got the exact age here. 16 years and 268 days. That was a couple of years ago.
To do so in a club like Sporting from Portugal, the teams with the best academies in the world, a team where they're really used to see young talented players making the debut. Well, talks about how good player he is.
And he's also got his son.
Simeone.
There we go. It's brilliant for the manager, the Oblak, because he likes doing that to the fans, but if he's got another Simeone on another part of the pitch, he can do it to other sectors of the stadium, so he gets everybody involved in the ground.
I'm sure that maybe in the same moment Liverpool was doing exactly the same
Probably, yeah.
of the stadium.
Gideon.
Atletico Madrid defending really high, that's a good idea because they don't allow Las Palmas even to try to send a long ball towards McBurney. It's a sense of frustration for Las Palmas. They need to restart again, high pressure, they give the ball away. It seems that the game is under control for Atletico Madrid, but it's just a 1-0 result, so everything can happen.
Certainly not been any scares in this second half for Oblak or Atletico Madrid. Biti, Essugo using his body well. He finds Alex Munoz on the left flank. Suarez. Munoz almost finding Fabio Silva as a pivotal touch from Longley. Essugo wins it back. Moleiro. Still Moleiro. There were just too many bodies in the way.
Essugo again pressing hard.
Simeone again.
Here's a moment where maybe things can start to change for Las Palmas. This long ball almost reached the Portuguese striker. Then here's the mistake by Gallagher. Essugo who recovers the ball with this brilliant tackle. And it's exactly maybe what you need. It's the game is reaching the last minutes. Just 1-0. If you're able to create a chance to play higher, maybe Atletico Madrid start to feel a little bit nervous.
Referee allowing play to continue there after a couple of collisions. The ball, Atletico Madrid will try and slow it down now after a slight spell of Las Palmas possession.
Here Las Palmas fans trying to help, singing the famous song that it's not even a song, it's Pio Pio, but it's a noise that Canaries do, because as they were in yellow, they're known as the Canaries, so they start to sing like the bird, Pio Pio. Then,
it's basic, but it works, yeah.
And it's an identity thing, because it's something that started in the 60s, so it's different generations of Las Palmas fans have sing all around Spain, Pio Pio.
Molina. Simeone. And everything's going his way today as he earns his side that throw in.
What a game played by Giuliano Simeone. He's simply everywhere. It's just that Rodrigo Riquelme is ready to come in for Atletico Madrid.
Well, he's probably the only person who won't be completely happy with Simeone's performance today, because it really dampens his hopes of being the starter on the right wing. Ball in behind towards Simeone. Well, that might have been his last ounce of energy.
That's Rodrigo de Paul. Not a bad gameplay by Rodrigo de Paul. Trying to connect a lot with the players up front, with these long balls at the back of Las Palmas defenders.
It's been a very quarterback-style performance from Rodrigo de Paul.
This could be first defeat for Las Palmas under Diego Martinez after these massive results against Valencia and Girona. And in fact, it's quite frustrating. You won the last two games and you're still in the relegation.
Yeah.
They know that obviously not a lot of things will change, because Valladolid already played and they lost the game. Las Palmas 9 points, Valladolid 8, and then it's Valencia with 7. And obviously Valencia sadly are not playing for everything for the tragedy that happened at Valencia region this weekend, so they will not play. But still to play the teams that are right above Las Palmas. Next game is the Barcelona derby. Espanyol is there, and then Getafe with 10 points.
It's frustrating, but it also goes to show how deep in trouble they were before those 2 wins. Because without them, they were rooted to the bottom of the table. So it was absolutely vital for Las Palmas, for Diego Martinez to come in and change things up a little bit and get those 2 wins.
It's really strange to see how a team sacks the manager who started the season because he didn't manage to win a single game. Under Carrion, they didn't win a game, and so they thought that it was time to react, otherwise it would look even worse for them.
Gallagher chipping that ball over a couple of Las Palmas players. That allows Atletico Madrid to push forward now through Javi Galán. To Paul.
Should remember that the next game to be played for Las Palmas is again in Madrid against Rayo Vallecano. So it will be played on Friday. So in 5 days they will be back to Madrid to play against Rayo Vallecano,
which is a little bit frustrating when you're so far away in the Canary Islands to have to come and go and come again. Correa.
Again, a long possession by Atletico Madrid. They don't take risks. Waiting for the moment to find his space, and here's Rodrigo de Paul trying to connect with Simeone again.
Correa. Still got the ball, Angel Correa. Essugo comes in with force. Galán. Las Palmas can run. Oli McBurney. Fabio Silva looks up. He was looking to switch play to the left-hand side.
But Koke was there. During most of the games, we barely don't see where Koke is playing, but he's always there. It's that working a lot, talking a lot, deciding where the team is playing, being a leader. It's exactly this kind of players that is doing a dark job, but it's so important.
So Mika Marmol come on for Alex Suarez. A straight swap in defense there for Las Palmas.
I don't know if Alex Suarez physical power or not to change a defender here. The former Barca man, Mika Marmol, is that Mika Marmol is someone that take care of the ball better, so it's able to touch the ball, to provide more assists. Yeah, it's interesting, the decision took by Diego Martinez. We don't know if it's because Alex Suarez had a kind of muscular problem.
Well, going in with everything there.
Always talking Gimenez. I think didn't touch it.
Fabio Silva. Gideon. There is the man you were talking about, Koke.
It's interesting because I think it was Gimenez who shuts it all so loud. I just hear someone that I thought that was Gimenez saying, okay, I was wrong, I committed a mistake, but it's okay, you can keep playing. I don't know if someone from Atletico Madrid say, hey, when did you commit this mistake? And Gimenez say, okay, I was wrong. I can hit the ball to Las Palmas there, but okay, it's not a big deal, keep playing. They're like, me equivoqué, listo. I committed a mistake, but it's okay. Stop the things here. And it's Axel Witsel also ready to come in for Atletico Madrid. Rodrigo Riquelme.
Those will be the last two substitutions for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, Gimenez is still talking with Gimenez. Gimenez went mad, and he's talking with Gimenez because something happened. And finally, not Rodrigo Riquelme, it's Reinildo.
Yeah.
So Gimenez changed his mind.
Oh, there's an opening for Alexander Sorloth. Well, he needs this. Can he bury it? Yes, he can. The Norwegian making it to, that should be all 3 points for Atletico Madrid. And finally, a smile back on the face of Alexander Sorloth.
And Rodrigo de Paul with the assist. And, well, I don't know who needs more. Rodrigo de Paul, the assist, Alexander Sorloth, the goal.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of noise surrounding Rodrigo de Paul. It's whether he playing well or not. Some fans were not happy with the Argentinian performance. But he provided the assist, and Alexander Sorloth doing what he do better, able to control the ball, to go to the attack, and score the second goal for Atletico Madrid, finding a space. Here is the assist of Rodrigo de Paul. It's a really long assist, no offside, and then easy. The first control here of Alexander Sorloth, being able to shoot from the left. As he's left-footed, the first control is interesting because allowed him to beat easily the Croatian keeper of Las Palmas. Game over for Atletico Madrid.
So fourth goal of the season for Sorloth. He had a lot of time to think about that one. For someone who's been struggling with confidence, a lot of time for doubt to creep into his mind. But Sorloth with an assured finish. And Simeone also feeling the relief, the pressure off his shoulders of that second goal.
We are not used to see Simeone celebrating goals like this. Normally it's like screams and run. But in this sense, okay, we done it finally. Galan and Simeone out, Axel Witsel and Reinildo in.
Well, that's a very clear message, isn't it? That Reinildo, yes, he's a left back like Galan, but a lot more defence-minded, and Witsel, obviously, a much more defensive player than Simeone as well.
Oh, it's time to close the door, obviously. Well, the game always has been played the way that Diego Simeone wants. And Rodrigo de Paul, really good second half by Rodrigo de Paul.
Silencing some of his critics. So Nahuel Molina was looking to play it back to Rodrigo de Paul, but it's been a very good second half from the Argentinian World Cup winner, de Paul. And there is Rodrigo Riquelme in the background, looking on, visibly disappointed about not having come onto the pitch today. Corner headed away by Fabio Silva. Conor Gallagher with the finish.
Here's the ball assist. The right timing for Alexander Sorloth.
And I think a goal that Diego Martinez won't be happy with, because defenders dragged out there. The space is huge for Alexander Sorloth. I'm sure he'll be having a word on Monday about that one.
They need to improve these things. Fuster in. Very talented midfielder.
Campana as well. Fabio Silva coming off, who's not really had too much of a chance to see the ball in the second half. Gideon Rodriguez, the other player, coming off. goals in midweek. His first goals as a Las Palmas player in that 7-0 victory against Ontinyena.
It's not the kind of game that Fabio Silva enjoys to play. He obviously prefers a more offensive approach. You have more possession, but well, when you travel to Madrid against Atletico Madrid, I think everyone understands Las Palmas. So there's not time to be really offensive. He spent most of the game running up and down, trying to recover the ball, and he's obviously where he doesn't feel comfortable.
Reinildo trying to connect with that pass. Well, he showed a bit more courage than Rozada. And it's going to result in a free kick for Atletico and a yellow card for the Las Palmas fullback.
He's late on the tackle. He realized that he should stop Reinildo, otherwise it will be a clear counter-attack. The first tackle is really dangerous, then he grabbed also Reinildo's shirt.
Ran out of ideas, concedes possession to Las Palmas.
A single shot on target in the second half for Las Palmas. First one, it was one from Fabio Silva's boot.
That's the only shot on target, yeah, the whole game.
Brilliant defensive display by Atletico Madrid. So now you find the balance between being good defending and good attacking. Simeone's style. Long possession, sometimes the slow rhythm, didn't take risks. But at least today it worked. It's true, against a team that is fighting to avoid relegation. But when you're suffering identity crisis, and you don't know exactly which kind of football game you want to play, this is what you need to win games. When you win games, it's easy to work hard and to improve.
It's been a Simeone display from Atletico Madrid, just that one shot on target conceded, heading towards another clean sheet. They've got the best defensive record in La Liga EA Sports, 7 goals conceded, so that's going back to their roots somewhat, to what's always worked so well for Atletico Madrid. To defend here as Alex Munoz runs into Axel Witsel. Gallagher. Reinildo, he doesn't have too many options. He's got himself a corner, pretty much the best case scenario.
That's exactly what Atletico Madrid wants. To close the game there, really far away of Oblak. Here's the control. This touch with the right foot that allowed him to end the action with the left one.
The player scored 23 goals last season for Villarreal. For this campaign. The ball. Koke runs away from him. Fuster.
Let's see also what happened with Cillessen, who sadly couldn't attend the game. Still no news from Las Palmas dressing room.
See if he's available or not for that game you were talking about before against Rayo Vallecano, the next match day for Las Palmas on Friday, visiting the Estadio de Vallecas for Atletico Madrid. It's the midweek fixture against PSG, the Parc des Princes, and Mallorca away at Son Moix at the weekend. Glimpse of the Atletico Madrid dugout where arguably the man of we'll see who does get the MVP, but definitely feel that Giuliano Simeone's been, if not the best player on the pitch today, one of the top 3 performers. Reinildo.
If it's not Giuliano Simeone, the man of the match, I will be quite surprised.
Must be, yeah. I think the only candidate coming close has played 45 minutes, so by virtue of only playing 45 minutes, he's not in the run. It would be Rodrigo de Paul, but he's not been on the pitch the whole game. But a lot of positives in that sense, Donny, for Diego Pablo Simeone. You've got players who have been on the fringe, on the periphery of being in the starting 11, showing that they're at a very high standard in Rodrigo de Paul, in Giuliano Simeone. You've got your centre forward, Alexander Sørloth, also scoring goals. A lot of positives to take away from today.
Clean sheet as well.
Yeah. Fuster.
Maybe, obviously, something that you could do a little bit better today also. No news about Julian Alvarez.
Yes.
He scored twice in the Spanish Cup, but today kind of disconnected the game in the first half.
Correa loses out. Moleiro. Essugo. Still a handful of minutes to go here with 9 added due to that injury to Jasper Cillessen. Koke wins back the ball.
So this result proves that Las Palmas they need to improve, they need to work hard in order to run away from relegation zone.
Munoz.
The question today about Las Palmas is that with the quality they have, I think expected a little bit more when it's time to attack. I'm not talking about coming to this stadium and have a lot of possession and always go into attack. Okay, I can get it that you prioritize your priority is to not concede a goal, but even in the second half, they never take risks. And if you look at the Las Palmas players, you have plenty of quality there. Plenty of quality with the likes of Moleiro, of Kirian, Campana, players that can have long possessions. But today, it's time to remember that which kind of manager is Diego Martinez. The priority always of Diego Martinez is not concede goals. So he thought that the idea was to defend solid and wait for an isolated chance, and it didn't happen. Expected a little bit more. When you concede, take more risks, move the ball faster, and it didn't happen.
Conor Gallagher. Sørloth on his favoured left foot. Deflection over the crossbar.
Not selfish Sørloth, because I thought that the intention was to provide an assist to Angel Correa when it was time for the Norwegian striker to shoot on target. Here you will see it. Obviously, he was trying to deliver across. And well done by Conor Gallagher. Of the new faces, the new signings of Atletico Madrid, the one that is playing the maybe better is Conor Gallagher.
The ball's corner into the near post. Manuel Fuster volleys it clear.
Well, who provide the assist to Giuliano in the first half. In the second one, he disappeared when it was time to attack. He was focused on trying to defend better. This is small details that change how Atletico Madrid change when they take the lead.
De Paul, bursting run from Reinildo to the left. Here is the man from Mozambique. His cross was looking towards Koke. Well played, Conor Gallagher.
Recovery by Conor Gallagher.
Koke to Correa. Everybody looking at the linesman. Flag doesn't go up. There's that characteristic turn from Angel Correa. Koke with the finish.
So it's the same old Koke Resurrección, always competitive, always working hard. He begins the action. It was offside by Correa, by the way. And at the end, he was trying to score the third goal for Atletico Madrid.
Turn from Angel Correa. There are few players in the world with the ability to turn as sharply and as quickly as Angel Correa. And just before we reach the final whistle today, a final remember will be bringing on that QR code throughout every single game today. And if you scan it, you can donate some money. As we said throughout the game, every little helps. As small as it is, everyone plays their part in trying to help with the devastating floods which have rampaged the region of Valencia. Sorlot was looking to apply the finishing touches there. Palmas very much throwing in the towel in these last couple of minutes, accepting their fate. Beatty. Munoz. Last couple of seconds, surely the referee will blow his whistle from one moment to another. So before he does that, Donny, so we're going to have to go away sharply with the Barcelona derby coming up. Just to summarise what's happened out here, a positive afternoon all around for Atletico Madrid with a standout performer in Simeone Jr.
They really deserve to win the game. Here it is. So a little bit of positive news for Atletico Madrid.